Happy holidays, everyone. Today, I want to talk a little bit about some of the best content of 2023 and what you all can expect for the coming year. I'm David C. Barnett, and you're tuned in to Small Business and Deal Making, the podcast, YouTube channel, and blog where I talk about buying, selling, financing, and managing small and medium-sized businesses while controlling risk. So if you're looking to take control of your future through buying a business one day, or if you already own a business and you're looking to grow or exit, you've come to the right place. I talk about interesting things, I talk to interesting people, and I answer your questions every week right here. So be sure to hit like and be sure to hit subscribe, and let's get to it. Are you thinking of growing your business or beginning a journey into entrepreneurship? Take a shortcut to success by buying an existing and profitable business the right way. Visit businessbuyeradvantage.com and learn more about my online training, group coaching, and consulting services designed to help you win. Hey everyone. First of all, I want to start off just by saying thank you. Thanks for being a part of my audience this past year. The channel has experienced a lot of growth. Some of my new videos that have come out have gone up into the thousands of views very quickly. It's been a tremendous year, and I'm starting to see a lot of the same people pop up again and again in comments, for example. And I just want to thank you for participating in the channel and for making yourself heard and hitting the like button and sharing the videos onto other platforms and things like that. Last year, for the video that came out between Christmas and New Year's, I went back and I took a look at the most popular videos that I had done in 2022. And so I decided to take a look and see what the statistics were and everything about the videos I'd made in 2023, kind of thinking that I would make the same sort of video again for this slot in this year. And it was interesting because as I was taking a look through the videos and the number of likes or comments and the number of views that the different videos had, a trend started to become evident to me in looking at the numbers. And what the trend is that, the videos that have the most sensational type of headlines, like or titles, maybe I could even say that, I was putting a certain, effort to make them more appealing to a passerby, something very interesting. Like one of them was, buying a business with its own cash, for example. That was an example of a video that got a lot of views. I think a lot of people maybe saw the headline and hoped that I was going to explain exactly how you would do that. And my goal was to sort of bust a myth or an idea that's floating around out there. And as I started to look through the titles, I realized that every time I put out a video with a more sensationalized headline, it gets a lot more views. And so I realize increasingly as I create content here on YouTube that there really are sort of two groups of people that are watching the videos. There's the regular people who tune in every week and listen to the new video or watch some of my live streams, for example. And then maybe there are the people who don't even subscribe. They just occasionally, this stuff comes up in their feed and they click on it. And then the algorithm, because of that activity, starts to show it to more and more people. So, there was one about the Zero Damn Guru, Lies to Tell the Truth. There were the tools to help you make offers. There was buy and run a business while keeping your job. And a lot of these titles sort of have this appeal, I think, to the person who is, looking for some kind of easy solution to wealth and riches, perhaps. So I thought, maybe instead of talking about the most popular videos of 2023, I should take a scan through and take a look at the videos that I think are the most useful that maybe people have not taken a very close look at, right? And as I started to go through the data, I realized, hey, you know what? The videos that get the fewest number of watches are actually the ones with the real how-to content, right? And which is kind of frustrating to me because I look at this and I look at this YouTube outlet as education. I look at it as an opportunity to bring new ideas, skills, abilities to people that might tune in who are trying to look to improve their game with respect to all this business buying and selling stuff. And I don't really sort of do this because I'm trying to be an entertainer, right? My business model is based upon doing consulting work for people, providing services to people, YouTube revenue from advertising is just a couple $100 a month. It's not really anything significant. I don't consider myself a YouTuber. So when I started to look at this, I then flicked over to the next tab in the way that I see things from the backside of YouTube, where I organize all my videos. They've got it organized according to the type of content. And I took a look at the live streams. And this was a bit of an eye-opener for me, because the live streams are the place where I really get into it with someone who is a subject matter expert, right? With respect to all kinds of stuff that has to do with buying and selling businesses, but also, financing and operational issues and the stuff that people in business can benefit from and can improve themselves with. The people who want to make a deal, either to buy or sell, can learn from and become better informed. And some of this stuff has the lowest number of views. And so in thinking about, what I wanted to say today, now let me put a little bit of a warning out here. If you are a fanatic of TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or any other kind of short format, sort of content, you might want to turn the video off now, because what I'm about to say may not make you smile. This progression towards easy, quick, entertaining, glib, light, cotton candy kind of content, it's not good for you, right? If you're going to listen to my advice at all about anything, it should be about this. If you're going to spend time consuming any kind of media, you should try to consume media that you're going to learn from. And so when I look at my stats, instead of trying to pick out certain videos I think you might want to tune into, I'm going to put this challenge out there to everyone who's tuning in, is for the next year, try out the long form content. Set aside some time to really get into a conversation about something meaningful with a person that has a lot of knowledge. So, because I do my best when I ask questions of these people to pull out their knowledge to get the stories so that people in the audience can learn from the experiences that other people are having. So that you can learn, when Lisa Forrest comes on and talks about some experience with recent people that have bought businesses and are having issues with their loan, so that you can learn about that through these stories and not have to experience it yourself. And so there's all sorts of this long format stuff in the live section of my channel where I've got all these interviews. You might want to go back and check out some of the ones I've been doing for the last couple of years, but I'm going to be doing even more of them in 2024 because of the value that I create in that content. The other thing would be my special features like my holiday chats. Now, this is the Wednesday after Christmas that this is coming out. So this should be the 27th. And on Saturday, the 23rd, we started to drop the holiday chat calls. Now, if you don't know what that is, every year in order to prepare for a Christmas break for myself, what I do is I offer this special consulting call offer where instead of charging people $400 for an hour of my time, I charge them $79. Okay. The caveat is that they agree to have the call released to my audience. And what I do is every day over the holiday period, I release another one of these calls. So most of these are 45 minutes to an hour long. Again, they're long format content. What makes them different from the live streams? In the live streams, sometimes it's people who want to come on my show. They'll send me an email saying, hey, you should have me on my show. Sometimes we find these people for the show and I think, hey, that's an interesting topic. We should have that person on the show. What makes the holiday chat calls different is that these are people who are actually opening their wallet and paying money because they want to discuss a problem or issue that they're having either in their own business or in their search or their preparation to sell. And they want to talk with me and they're willing to share that conversation with you. So these are the types of conversations I have year round with people who pay regular rates for my consulting services. This gives you a chance to have a glimpse into what these conversations are about. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of interesting ones this year. So let me just give you a quick rundown of some of the ones that have been recorded up until this point, because at the moment I'm recording this, there's still a couple more that have to be done. But there was a lady, unfortunately, whose husband passed away, and she now has to figure out some way to support herself, and she is looking at a couple of different business acquisitions. 30 years of experience running a business with her husband, and now she needs to do it on her own. So we had a conversation about that for an hour. We then had someone who has found a business that is for sale, wanted to discuss exactly how to do the normalization to figure out what the true SDE and EBITDA were. So we actually put that one on the screen, and we went line by line through that income statement, and I asked the questions that this buyer should be asking the seller. And so if you're ever going to go and take a look at a business that's for sale, this conversation is going to have a material amount of information to help you be a better buyer. Number 3 is all about someone who found a business that purportedly has a lot of undeclared cash. Now, the seller wants this person to believe that that extra cash goes right to the bottom line. But if you listen to this call number 3, you're going to learn that there's a lot more to understanding these claims about undeclared cash revenue that can immediately show you that it may not be as good as what the seller's trying to get you to believe. And I'm not even talking about all the sort of ramifications related to tax problems and all that kind of stuff, or ethics or anything. So that's call number 3. Call number 4 is a guy who's got years of experience fixing businesses. So we're going to be talking about fixing businesses, and then he's going to bring up his big question to me, which is, should I be investing in these businesses? Should I be fixing them in exchange for stock? It's a great conversation. I bring it to a lot of different places where I've seen people go off the rails with respect to being minority investors in small businesses, and I shared it all with Tim. Again, that's call number 4. It's a great call. Call number 5, JB is frustrated because he's been working for years trying to find a business. Can't figure out why he can't find anything worth looking at. So we do a deep dive into what I call the least transparent of any market on earth, which is the market for small businesses. Maybe there's some, black markets that are even less transparent. I don't know. Jim, smart computer guy, he and his buddies, they want to go buy a business in the SaaS space, but they don't want to put up much money and they don't want to sign any personal guarantees. So how on earth are they going to navigate that deal? We get into it. I explain a couple of different strategies he might want to try. Harry wants to sell to the government. I get into an hour-long conversation about looking at a business that has a huge degree of customer concentration risk because almost all of its sales come from selling to the U.S. government. Interesting talk. Number 8, a problem with an overpriced business. We talk about strategies about making offers on that. Call number 9. Ernie, who just sold his first business, wants insight into growing a business brokerage. So Ernie is a business broker. He sold his first business. He wants my feedback and help on how to grow that business. Why? Well, because he's trying to raise money to buy another business. And we talk about how I've met so many business brokers over the course of time whose big idea about getting into business brokerage was to use that position to find an ideal business, right? To buy something that works out great. Call number 10, Isaac wants to buy a very small business from his dad. So any of you out there who may be in a family business situation, you'll certainly want to tune into this one. And call number 11 is an anonymous buyer. We get into a conversation about search, about industry selection, franchises, and the big one, BATNA, and discussing, which stands for Best Alternative to a Negotiated Agreement. And we get into something very important that this buyer left out of his BATNA calculation. Now that's 11 calls, but there are 2 more that I've yet to record because I accidentally forgot to shut it off in time. And instead of the 12 days of Christmas, this year we're having the 13 days of Christmas, but that's okay. Now, here's the important thing. You will not get to listen to any of these holiday chat calls unless you're on my email list because they only go out to email subscribers. And if you're watching me on YouTube and you think to yourself, geez, I would have loved to have signed up for one of those calls. Well, by the time I announced it on YouTube, 8 of them were already gone because I informed the people on my email list first. So if you head over to davidcbarnettlist.com, that's where you sign up. And, if you sign up today, every day over the course of the break, you're going to get the special private links to those calls. You can either choose to listen to them in audio on SoundCloud, or you can or you can watch them on YouTube through a private link, but they're only released to people on the email list. All the rest of you who are not on the list, if you want to watch these things, you're going to have to wait till the summer, because in the summertime, I release them on Fridays over the course of the summer. And there's a playlist here on YouTube or on SoundCloud where we've got all the holiday chats going all the way back to 2018. This is a feature that I've done every year for years. And so if you want to get into the old ones, help yourself. The old ones are out there. But if you want these new ones that I've just recorded in the last few weeks, you need to be on the email list. Anyway, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you're ready for New Year's. Please don't drink and drive. I love this stuff. I really do. And I like sharing it with you. And I look forward to your comments and feedback. And please keep the suggestions, comments, and questions coming. I rely on all of you all year long to help stimulate, the creativity that goes into creating these videos. And I'm looking forward to another year. And I'm looking forward to another year of making even more stuff. Because if I can help someone out just by giving them the right information, then to me, I've done my job. Anyway, cheers. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. So, how can you learn more about buying, selling, financing, and managing small and medium-sized businesses? Easy. Go over to my blog site, davidcbarnett.com, where you can learn more about me and how I work with my clients. You can learn more about my books and courses that I've prepared for you. You can find out how to subscribe to my email list, the YouTube playlists, and more. There's literally hundreds of hours of content there, all for free, and I'd love for you to be my guest. Special thanks go to Mark Willis at Lake Growth Financial, today's video sponsor. Mark helps people better manage their personal and business finances through the Bank on Yourself insurance strategy. This is something I've done personally, and I've seen others use it successfully for years. Go to newbankingsolution.com to find all the interviews I've done with Mark and learn more about the advantages of these programs. While there, sign up for a free consultation to learn what this solution might look like for you.